I gotta go. But just before I go, it's 1 minute to the hour of 6 o'clock. Compliments of the wonderful folks at Caribbean Alliance. Have you called Caribbean Alliances yet? If you've not given them a call, please pick up the phone, give them a call. We're getting set for the evening news coming up right now, right here on your nation station, DBS Radio.
Fair and balanced, unbiased and clear, concise and accurate. This is the DBS Evening News. Here now is your presenter with the headlines.
In the headlines, delayed in agreed back pay for which church employees resist concern for the Dominica Amalgamated Workers Union. In news from the region, Jamaica's government unveils a $350 million plan to mitigate drought conditions across Jamaica. And internationally, U.S. says specific steps agreed to end Syria violence after Israel strikes hit capital. Good evening, I am Leila Langford. Details of the news when we return.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
Flow FastPay. 2 minutes and you're on your way. Flow FastPay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
DBS News.
Welcome back. In our lead story this evening, the Dominica Amalgamated Workers Union, DAHU, has expressed concerns regarding the delayed payments of back pay for employees at Whitchurch. General Secretary of DAHU, Leah Shillingford, says the union reached an agreement with the employers earlier this year.
We have come to an end of our collective bargaining agreement, even as it is now 3 years. The workers were promised to get their back pay in June of 2025, and they are yet to receive that back pay. Even to the point that the agreement which was signed, the management is holding all the copies, and they will not give the union a copy of the signed agreement.
Shillingford says the union has also been in discussion with the management of the Marigot's Cooperative Credit Union on various matters.
We have another situation with the Marigot Cooperative Credit Union where the president of the board is the one who runs things. And it appears that the general manager of the credit union of Marigot has no powers at all. So it's been 3 years again since we have been in negotiation. The workers have not gotten increases in salary for the past, let's just say, 10 years. And even now, the president wrote a letter saying that she'll only pay 1% for 2025. So all of this, the DAO is saying there is a very great need for us to have the Trade Union Congress so that as a unified group, we can address these concerns.
General Secretary of the Dominica Amalgamated Workers Union, Leah Shillingford. A 1-month gun amnesty program will commence tomorrow as part of measures to address the recent surge in gun-related crimes in Dominica. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit revealed that another gun amnesty program would be introduced in addition to 6 other decisive and immediate measures by the government of Dominica and the Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force at a press conference earlier this week. Minister for National Security Rayburn Blackmore says the government does not want a national crisis to emerge.
Over the past week, we have seen 2 shooting incidents involving the use of illegal firearms that have left 1 person dead and 3 others injured. The government, therefore, does not wish for this to escalate into a national crisis. So this has led the government to renew its pledge to ensure the safety and security of its citizens and to adopt an even more comprehensive and aggressive campaign to rid the streets of illegal firearms. The government is once again offering an amnesty program with a period extending from the 17th day of July 2025 to the 16th day of August 2025.
Rayburn Blackmore, Minister for National Security. A similar gun amnesty was offered in 2007 and 2023. Blackmore says the gun amnesty will allow individuals who possess illegal firearms and ammunition to bring them without being prosecuted. He also advised that the channels through which these illegal firearms can be surrendered.
Therefore, if you are in possession of illegal firearms or ammunition, or perhaps an innocent custodian of weapons or ammunition, and possibly even unsure as to its legal status, but too frightened to do anything about it, now is the time to come forward. Now is the time to do something about it and to surrender them to the police. In regards as to where the illegal firearms and ammunition are to be surrendered, they can be surrendered at any police station anywhere on island, and they must be properly concealed and packaged. If you are afraid to surrender them yourself, take them to a trusted person in your neighborhood, like a pastor, a justice of the peace, a lawyer, or anyone who you think will indeed surrender them on your behalf.
Minister for National Security Rayburn Blackmore. President of the Dominica Teachers Association, Mervyn Alexander, is hopeful the arts will play a vital role in the reform of Dominica's education system. Alexander was speaking at the closing ceremony of the Dominica Association of Teachers Summer Institute last Friday. A 2-week workshop was held at the Convent High School under the theme Equipping Educators to Lead, Innovate and Inspire, Advancing Inclusive and Sustainable Education in Dominica. The DAT president told teachers that they should never underestimate the value of music in their schools. In other news, Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit says a 10-point plan announced by UWP leader Dr. Thompson Fountain to revive the economy is not realistic and will plunge the country into economic woes. Mr. Skerrit notes that the strategies announced by Fountain will trigger an IMF intervention.
Thompson Fountain will reduce government revenues in the short to medium term by over $750 million per year. By over $750 million per year. The first order of business you're going to have, Simeon, you won't be able to pay your debt. You won't be able to pay your salaries. You won't be able to provide for your NEP. All of them will have to go home. The 65 and over allowance you give, you stop it. The school transportation program, you must stop it. The 16 over free medical care and 18 and younger, you have to stop it. The free tuition at the state college, you must stop it. Providing people help with going to overseas for medical care, you can't afford it anymore. Helping people to fix their homes, you can't afford it anymore. And when you default on your debt, the IMF must come. You have no choice.
Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. Mr. Skerrit says Dr. Fountain's stint in South Sudan over the last few years did not result in economic growth for that country.
The 7.5 years he spent in South Sudan, where he says he was Senior Economic and International Policy Advisor to the government of South Sudan from April 2017. Thompson Fountain said he gave policy advice to to the transitional government of South Sudan. And he said he assisted in organizing state resources. And he went on to say that he established an economic and financial management policy for South Sudan. But according to the IMF and the World Bank, in their statistics, between 2018 and 2023, under the watch of Dr. Thompson Fountain, from 2018 and 2023, South Sudan economy declined.
Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. The annual Roseau Central Youth Summer Camp is engaging children in hands-on learning. Parliamentary representative for the Roseau Central constituency, Melissa Popon-Skerrit, told DBS News, summer is a time for children to explore and learn things not traditionally taught in schools.
So part of this whole camp, which is going on for 2 weeks, we're on the grounds. Yesterday, we had a visit to the historical sites in Roseau. And for every single day till the end of next week, Friday, we will be out learning new things, learning pottery making. You know, this used to be a skill which we had in Dominica and the Baffin State area, but it's no longer. So we're going to teach children how to make pots out of the clay and mold it, soap making, just a lot of different activities. I'm always passionate about the growth of our young children and allowing them to be exposed to different things that they would not have the opportunity to experience.
Parliamentary representative for the Roseau Central constituency, Melissa Skerrit. The Roseau Central parliamentary representative said the highlight of the summer camp since last year is to visit the Chinese embassy in Mont Daniel to learn more about the Chinese culture.
We've seen a little bit of their dance and their culture, and what I'm really excited about is that we have a world champ here, Mr. Gao, who is specializing in Kung Fu. And as you know, Kung Fu has now been recognized as an Olympic sport. So the intention, he's already teaching this at the State College, but the intention is to open that up to the public and to allow children to be able to learn this art, learn this skill. It comes with a lot of discipline and dedication. And even just speaking with him now, you know, and the children, we have quite a few of them who are interested. So I invited the member of Olympic sports so that we can get this rolling. But today is a wonderful day. They get to learn about the Chinese culture. They're playing Chinese games already. The arts, calligraphy, the Chinese food, which we spoke about, sports, many different areas, which is good for our children to be exposed to, like, you know, because they would not normally be exposed to this in school.
Parliamentary representative for the Roseau Central constituency, Melissa Skerrit. Festival and Events Manager at Discover Dominica Authority, Ayodele Andrew, says the Bike Festival presents another opportunity to stimulate economic activity in Dominica. The second edition of Dominica's Bike Festival was officially launched yesterday. The 3-day event will take place from July 25th to 27th with a cool-down event scheduled for July 28th. The Ministry of Tourism and Discover Dominica Authority have partnered with Nature Island Riders and Bike Life 767 to organize the event.
I have seen how events such as this Dominica Bike Festival, it provides more than entertainment. It energizes economies, it empowers entrepreneurs, and bring community together. This festival is about the thrill of the ride and the movement it creates off the track. We expect to see hundreds of visitors, not only the bikers, but their fans, enthusiasts, adrenaline junkies like myself from across Dominica, the region, and the world coming in for this bike festival in Dominica. This means that our guest houses will be filled, our hotels, restaurants will be busy, our vendors will have increase in sales, our taxis will be booked, and service providers from various sectors will all be engaged. Every dollar spent next weekend will help keep doors open, dreams alive, and wheels turning for Dominican families and entrepreneurs.
Festival and Events Manager at Discover Dominica Authority, Ayodele Andrew. Over 500 local, regional and international bikers are set to participate in this year's event. Andrew also encourages Dominicans to support this year's bike festival.
Last year, I watched a young boy at the exhibition, wide-eyed and pointing excitedly at every bike that rode by. This is the kind of inspiration we're fueling, and that's why I'm inviting every Dominican. Bring your family, bring your children, your friends. Let's make it a day that we show the international community how we support our initiatives in the country. Be part, even if you're a rider or just a fan, a spectator, come to the event. This is a weekend for all of us, July 25th to the 27th.
Festival and Events Manager, Discover Dominica Authority, Ayodele Andrew. That's the national focus, regional and international developments up next.
A new and easy way to pay. Flowfast Pay. Flowfast Pay.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
Flowfast Pay. 2 minutes and you're on your way. Flowfast Pay. Flowfast Pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
DBS News.
In news from the region, Jamaica is currently facing a rapidly changing dry season, prompting the government to announce a $350 million drought mitigation plan aimed at alleviating the growing water crisis across the island. Jamaica's acting president of the National Water Commission, Garth Jackson, confirmed that 44 of the Commission's 450 systems have been impacted, with 23 currently operating at least 50% capacity. In response, the government's mitigation strategy will include $150 million in water trucking distributed through members of parliament. An additional $50 million has been allocated to assist with further trucking support to the Commission to service critical infrastructure, and $50 million will go towards the purchase of additional water tanks. And internationally, the U.S. says all sides have agreed steps to bring the violence in Syria to an end tonight after Israel strikes hit the capital, Damascus. Syria has welcomed the efforts to resolve the situation, but Israel has yet to comment. 3 people were killed by Israel strikes, according to Syria's health ministry. Israel says it struck a military headquarters and a military target near the presidential palace. That's news, the DBS Evening Sports Report. Up next.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
Flowfast Pay. A new and easy way to pay. Flowfast Pay. Flowfast Pay.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
Flowfast Pay. 2 minutes and you're on your way. Flowfast Pay. Flowfast Pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
And welcome to your DBS Evening Sports Package for today, Wednesday, July 16th. First off, West Indies all-rounder Andre Russell is set to announce his international retirement from cricket. The 37-year-old Russell has been included in the West Indies T20 international squad to face Australia in a 5-match series beginning Sunday. However, reports are that the opening 2 games at Sabina Park in Jamaica, Russell's home ground, will be his farewell to the international game. Russell has been a T20 international only player since 2019 and currently has 84 caps. His retirement comes 7 months before the next T20 World Cup, which will be staged in India and Sri Lanka in February 2026. Russell is set to become the second highest profile West Indies player after Nicholas Perran to quit international cricket in less than 2 months. Russell was a part of the West Indies squad when they won the T20 World Cup in 2012 and then in 2016. Still in some evening sports here, 18-year-old Jewel Andrew and 23-year-old Jedediah Blades have entered their maiden call-ups into the West Indies T20 international squad. In 2024, at 17 years old, Andrew became the youngest West Indian and the second youngest overall to score a 50 in a major T20 league. He is currently part of Guyana Amazon Warriors in the ongoing Global Super League or GSL in Guyana. As for Blades, he has not played the CPL so far, but has impressed with the new ball during the inaugural West Indies Breakout League tournament that was held recently to identify emerging talents from the region. The 5-match T20 international showdown between West Indies and Australia is set for July 20th and 28th at the Sabina Park, Jamaica, and Warner Park in St. Kitts. The full squad reads that Shea Hope is captain, Jewel Andrew, Jedediah Blades, Roston Chase, Matthew Ford, Shemron Hetmeyer, Jason Holder, Akil Hussein, Alzari Joseph, Brandon King, Evan Lewis, Gudakesh Moti, Rovman Powell, Andre Russell, Shafane Rutherford, and Romario Shepherd are the squad. Dominica's Thea Laforgatson has been included among 10 candidates who have been announced for the 6 available seats on the World Athletics Athletes Commission ahead of the elections at the World Athletics Championships Tokyo 25 in September. All athletes accredited for the World Championships in Tokyo will have the right to vote in elections, which will take place before and during competition time from the 8th to the 20th of September. President of the Dominican Amateur Athletics Association, Brendan Williams, says if selected amongst the 6, Thea Laforgatson will be the first Dominican to sit on the World Athletics Athletes Commission.
First and foremost, on behalf of the executive of the Dominican Amateur Association, I'd like to congratulate Thea Laforgatson for being nominated for the role of athlete representative on the World Athletics Athletes Commission. Ms. Gatson was nominated by the Dominican Athletics Association to sit down on this August body. So the role Thea will be played is to represent the views of athletes across the 204 member federations of World Athletics, and that goes to their well-being, their safeguarding, and also for the promotion of athletics across the world. Thea would be, if selected amongst the 6 out of 10, should be the first representative from Dominica to be selected on that commission, and that augurs well for Dominica to show that we have persons capable and competent to sit on such prestigious organizations. So we just want to congratulate her. We will do everything in our power to rally support amongst the athletes across the world, especially within the NACAC region, as the North America, Caribbean, and Central America region, because she is one of the only athletes within that region to be sitting on the board. So I would, see within our power how we can campaign as a bloc to have her sitting on that body. And she will be voted on by athletes competing at the World Championships from the 13th to the 22nd of September, and that would be in Tokyo, Japan.
President of the Dominica Amateur Athletics Association, Brendan Williams. This year's elections will for the first time see athletes voting either in person or online. To be eligible for election, athletes must have competed in at least one of the past 2 editions of the World Championships or in the most recent Olympic Games or be a competitor at this year's World Championships. The 6 seats available for election in 2025 include the deputy chair position, which will be voted on by athletes in the commission following the elections and once the membership is finalized. Thea Laforgatson is amongst the list of 10 candidates who hail from Jordan, Sweden, Slovenia, Romania, Netherlands, Turkey, Dominica, Ukraine, Iran, and Italy. Stephen Pascal hit a captain's knock of 113 runs from 121 balls to lead the Windward Islands under 19 men to a 6-wicket win over Trinidad and Tobago under 19s men in the West Indies Rising Stars Men under 19 Championships in St. Kitts on Tuesday. Needing 189 for victory, Pascal opened the innings and batted the Windwards to victory with 39 balls to spare. He hit 8 fours and 4 sixes during his time in the middle at a strike rate of 93 before retiring hurt. He was supported by fellow Dominican Ersinio Fontaine with 41 runs to take the Windward Islands to 191 for 4. Earlier, the Trinidad and Tobago under-19 men posted 188 for 9. Abdul Rahim Toppin was the top scorer for Trinidad and Tobago with 77 runs. Bowling for the Windward Islands under-19 team, Kurt Murray picked up 4 for 20. The Windward Islands under-19s men will next face Jamaica under-19s men on Thursday. Meantime, in the other matches played yesterday, Guyana under-19s men won by 2 wickets with 5 balls remaining against the Guyana under-19s men. The Jamaica under-19s men won by 8 wickets with 69 balls remaining via the Duckworth-Lewis method over the United States of America under-19 squad. And the United States of America under-19 squads won by 216 runs over the Barbados under-19 men. The women of the region were also in action on Tuesday in the West Indies Rising Stars Women's Under-19 Championships. Trinidad and Tobago Under-19 women won by 10 wickets with 136 balls remaining over the Windward Islands Under-19 women. Meanwhile, the Barbados Under-19 women won by 9 wickets with 125 balls remaining over the Jamaica Under-19 women. The Leeward Islands Under-19 women won by 7 wickets with 158 balls remaining over Guyana Under-19 women. Dominica's preparations for the Windward Islands school games are well underway. 62 students have been selected to represent Dominica at the Windward Islands school games. The students from 5 sporting disciplines, basketball, football, netball, track and field, and volleyball are this week participating in a training camp ahead of their departure for St. Vincent. Head coach of the Inter-Schools athletics team, Godwin Dorset, spoke to Delvin Esprit during the ongoing training camp at the Windsor Park Stadium.
Well, the children are energized. They are very happy about the occasion, so they have to know the large number this year for training. And yes, we see some very good potential among those who we have selected. And so I'm looking forward to good results from children this year.
So you're pretty confident about that particular team?
Well, I know we have right off the bat, we can really look up and say we are vying for gold in much more events than we normally would be able to do before. But picking the team is never an easy task because of the vast number of sports to be played and the very small number of children to use for that. And so most of the time, athletics not being at the top for a long time, it's not very easy for us. So like many times, we have to give and take, and we have to use from the other sports to fill the gap. We have a very good group of children. I even see the possibility of records being taken this year in areas of triple jump, in the area of long jump, in the area of discus for the female, discus for the male. These areas showing very good promise. We are also showing some good talent in the middle distance, both male and female. In the sprint, although we have some good people down here, but we see a lot of good sprinters from the other countries. So I believe we're in for a hard time in the sprint, but our boys have been working very hard. So definitely we see some good shows.
Head coach of the Inter-Schools athletics team, Godwin Dorset. Netball coach Nabi Wallace told Delvin Esprit that the students have what it takes to put Dominica back at the top in netball.
Well, let me say thank you for welcoming me back. It is really a joy to be back home, to really invest in my own. The netball team is looking very good. Players are very disciplined for the most part, and this is going to really help to build the chemistry and to build the unity among the team. We would have had 2 national games. Let me correct that. We had 2 games against the national team in which we went down, but the fight was very good. In that, if the girls can mount up to senior national players like that, then when they meet those on their own level, I'm expecting them to excel even more. We have 2 more practice games set, one for this Saturday and one for next week, Tuesday. And I'm hoping at that time there I can begin to see the winning streaks begin, and we just take that across to St. Vincent.
But apart from that, the preparation is going pretty well.
Yes, the training sessions, we have been training 2 to 3 times a week, mornings and afternoon, physical as well as technical and tactical plays, bringing some tactical plays into the center court, the defensive third, and the shooting third. And for the most part, once the players keep their head, they usually execute it very nicely.
So you're pretty confident that things will work out very nicely for the inter-school game for Dominica?
Well, we're going for the win for the netball. It's time to change and put Dominica back at the top in netball, and that is where the inter-schoolers is going to start it.
Netball coach Nabi Wallace and David Tuse, the head coach of the inter-schools volleyball team, is confident Dominica will regain the championship in boys volleyball at the Windward Islands School Games.
Preparation has been going on quite well, I must say, with the attendance with the students. I must compliment them on their job well done. They've been working very hard for some time now, which gives us adequate time to prepare for this tournament. And I know that my male team is the defending champions, and I can assure that we are regaining that championship. With my ladies, we came out third last tournament, but for sure we are making a difference in this upcoming tournament in St. Vincent.
So you are very confident about the both teams?
Very much confident, because my team, I can show you that they are dedicated and they're showing much more improvement of compare other years. So I believe that with the job that they're doing and the hard work they're doing, that I can see my team is heading the right direction to compete against the other teams that are coming, and letting them know that we are coming to gain our championship titles.
We know the condition in St. Vincent because we have experiences and so on. Are you prepared for that?
Well, actually, we are getting the students prepared for these type of conditions and officiating to let them know that we are not on our home court. We are going on the host team court. So I do think that will be an issue.
And that was head coach of the inter-schools volleyball team, David Tuse. The Windward Islands School Games will take place in St. Vincent from July 26th to August 2nd. We will hear from other coaches in a subsequent sportscast. Well, this is the end of this evening's news and sports. A special thanks to the DBS News and Sports team and Link personnel, DJ Halo Y.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
You're on your way. Flow fast pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
DBS Radio gives you top quality service over any other for live streaming of funerals. Call us today at 448-3282.
Good evening and welcome to the DBS Radio Community Bulletin Board. It is the 16th day of July 2025. We begin with this evening's edition of the DBS Radio Death Announcements on the DBS Radio Community Bulletin Board. We announce the death of Florence Laville, née Simon, better known as Ma Laville, age 90, of Zikak, Portsmouth. She died on Tuesday, the 1st of July 2025 at her residence. She will be remembered by her stepdaughter, Delphina Laville in England, 9 sisters, Augustina Simon in Massac, Catherine Thomas in Florida, Daphne in Birmingham, Hyacinth Noel Pierre, Zito, Esther, Ramona, Verna, and Jermaine Simon of Maho. Her brothers, Glenworth, Joel, Chrissy, Ordale, and Elisha Simon of Maho. Numerous nieces, including Naslyn Kelly Charles, Pauline Douglas, Shanika Celestine, Anise Matthew, Lydia, Beverly, Lynn, Emma, Vera, Natalie, Norel, Carol, Myrtle, and their families. Numerous nephews, including Bernard Dixon Sylvester, Baptist, George, James and Michael Sylvester, John Joseph, Jason, Keith, Edo, Arlington, Stevenson, Solomon, Orlando, Leonard, Chris, Levi, Gerald and their families. Grandnieces, Nikita, Diana, Danielle, Keisha, Michelle, Kelisa, Saint, Alicia, Indira, Sarah, and many more here and abroad. Grandnephews,